Programs used for automating tasks like calculations, statistics, analyzing data, and graphical representation of numerical data are called spreadsheet application programs. Spreadsheet has rows and columns used for managing numbers and doing calculations. This is called a worksheet where you are going to do all the calculations, text and cell formatting. Rows run horizontally in a sheet and are identified by numbers. Rows are numbered as 1, 2, 3 from top to bottom in the worksheet. In Excel, there are 1,048,576 rows in one worksheet. Columns runs vertically in a sheet and are identified by letters. Columns are labeled with letters like ABC from left to right in the worksheet. The last column is XFD. In Excel, there are 16,384 columns in one worksheet. The intersection of a row and a column is called a cell. Cells are named by their position in the columns and rows. The column letter followed by the row number refers a cell. Examples of cell references are A1, G5, H25. A workbook is an Excel file containing worksheets in which you work and store your data. You can add as many worksheets as you wish depending upon the size of the memory. Some of the practical applications of spreadsheet programs can be payroll, accounting, production, planning departments, statisticians, stockbrokers, inventory, banks and insurance companies, sales analysis and marketing. And some of the examples of spreadsheet application software programs are Microsoft Excel, Lotus 123, Quattro Pro, SoftCalc, VisiCalc.
To change the page settings, you will come to the page layout tab. Under this we have some options to change the settings of our page, like the size, margins and orientation. We will look at these three options. Now before we come to this, we can come to this view tab. Under this we have the page break preview, which makes it easier for us to understand the page setup. Now whatever you see inside these blue lines, the outer one, the thick one, not the dash one, is all what would be printed. It means if we print this document, we will have 4 pages. 3 of them are completely empty, but one of them has some information. So now we can check this from here. You can go to the print preview and you can see here this is page 1, while here it shows page 1 of 4. The other 3 pages are empty. Now if we don't want this other 3 pages to be printed, we can simply drag this line like this. So now we have just 1 page. You can see here it shows 1 of 1. Again, if suppose for some reason we don't want this part to be printed, we can still drag this line here and this one like this. So only this area will be printed while this one will not. You can see here it shows page 1 of 1 and only that the one that we selected is here, the others are not visible. Okay, now we want to set the page size. One thing, we can just do this to make it visible what is happening. Now we have 4 pages visible. Okay, now we can just have confirm from here page 1 of 4. Now we come to page layout. Under page layout you will see size. So I can select any size from here for my page. You can see it changed here. So like this I can select any of these sizes from here. One more thing, which is the orientation. Now orientation is how you want to display your page, in portrait mode or in landscape. You can see here it. So even if I print this one, it's going to be something like this. Okay, now let us look at the margins. We can select the orientation as portrait. Now remember one thing, margin is the area where you do not type anything, it's empty. Now to see how our margins look like in a page, we can come to view tab and select the page layout option. Now here you can see this area is the margins. Here it gives you the option of adding a footer or a header, which actually depends on the margins that you have set. Like for example, I can come back to page layout, margins, and I select this one. You can see it changes. But if I don't want any of these options, I can still come and set exact margins that I want. Like for example, I make this one 2, this one also 2, and I click OK. Now you can see we have a very big margins here. So this is how you can set your margins. You can see a lot of empty area. Okay, now the last thing, the header and the footer. So if you want to add the header and footer, first option is that you can come to the view tab and select page layout and directly come and type here. Once you type, you can set the fonts as you wish. Right now, if you don't want to do it from here, we still have other options. Like, let's get back to okay, on the insert tab you have the option of header and footer. So you can click that. You can see it brings you back to the same place. Now we can check that from the preview. You can see here it shows you the header and footer. You have one more place from where you can change the header and footer. You can come to the page setup or page layout and click this arrow. You will be in page setup. You get this one from almost all these different places. Like if I click this one, custom margins, I still have the same area. You can see it shows here. Now I can come to the custom header, and if I don't want this to be in the center, I can put it on the left or on the right side, and then you have some more options here which you can choose. So this is how you can set the header and footer of your document. Now here we will see how to sort this table. First thing, we can select the complete table, and on the home tab you would see here you have the option of sort and filter. From here you can select this one directly, smallest to largest. If you have a single column data, it's easier to use this one, but if you have multiple columns, we can go for custom sort. Now from here you see this checkbox says my data has headers. It means if this is unchecked and we click this one, we will see that it says column A, B, C and like that, right? But once we select this one, now it gives us the name of the columns that we have here. So it makes it easy for us to do the sorting. So for now we are going to sort on name. Now the moment it's all letters, Excel detects that and will give you option from A to Z or Z to A. So we select A to Z and you can click OK. Now here you see all of them are sorted according to letters, that is alphabetically. Then again we can try the other option. You can come here, this is under the home tab, and we click custom sort. Now we can select on the same one at the moment, let's say hours worked. Now you can see here it says smallest to largest, so it means these are numbers. So we will select this one and click OK. Now you can see they are all sorted according to this. We can try some other options. Let's say we make it on tax percentage. Again, it's smallest to largest. We have it like this. Now this is just the basic sorting of your table. Let's say we want to do the sorting on multiple columns, that is name and hours worked. Now what happens if you're doing sorting on multiple columns? First it will sort the first column, and then if any value in the first column repeats, then those values would be sorted in the second column. Now let's see, we select this custom sort. Now let's say the first one we select is name from A to Z. It gives you option of adding one more level, so we can click this. And the second one we use is the hours worked, again from smallest to largest. Now let's see how this will look like once we. Now see here, the first sorting is done on name, so we have all the names alphabetically, but here we have these two names, Khalid. So it means now the second value, that is 54 and 56, in what sequence you want those values. So this is the second sort in our list. So now you can see we did it smallest to largest. Let's say we go and change one more thing here. We come to, instead of making this one hours worked as smallest to largest, let's make it to largest to smallest. Now you can see here, again this one is the same thing, Khalid, but here you have 56 and 54, so it is from the largest number to smallest. So this is the second sort. You can have one more sort like that, and that again would happen if suppose, let's say, these two values are repeated, or if you have, let's say, there are 3 or 4 Khalid here and 2 of them had same number, then the third sort will apply. Here we will see how to rename sheets. Like here we have sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3 and sheet 4. These are the default names given to these sheets, but we can rename them. We just need to come here, right click, and here you have the option of rename, and then here you can come and type the sheet name, or you can double click this, still it gives you the same option of renaming a sheet. So this is how you can rename the sheets. We can add more sheets. Now if this sheets, we can delete them also. Just right click and delete. But once you have data in your sheet, it's going to give you a warning that Microsoft Excel will permanently delete this sheet. Do you want to continue? You say yes, delete. That's it. Now this is an empty sheet, so when I delete this one, it doesn't ask me anything. Now we can even place these sheets in different order. We can change their placements also. Like for example, I don't want this one here, I can move it here. We can do a simple drag and drop. Like that. Another option we have here, once you right click this, you have the option of moving or copy. Now here it says move selected sheets where. Here it says before sheet, let's say before sheet 1 I have here goals. So now I say before sheet colors. So this goal should be before colors. Let's say okay, you can see here it has been shifted here. Another option, while you're moving a sheet, you can even create a copy of that sheet. Sometimes you need to duplicate your sheets. You can simply come and do it from here. So you click this, create a copy, and let's say move to end. So this sheet will be duplicated here with a different name, and it will be placed at the end of all the sheets. You can see here now the name is goals 2, and then we can rename this one to something else. So this is how you can move and copy sheets. We have one more option here. You can even color the tabs of your worksheets. Like you can see, it shows here in different color. Now you can see they have different colors.